Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2018 National League Championship. We're here at the Speaker Aquatics Complex on the campus, University, California, Berkeley. Three-time Olympic medalist Cammie Craig and Greg Meskel here with you, and our first game of the day is underway. Opening sprint just taking place. We've got Olympic Club there, the top seed, first place team coming in, taking on the USA Youth Squad. And Olympic Club controlling here. They're in the dark caps, youth in the white as we get things underway. Drew Holland getting things set into the front court as we get our first look here at our first of 12 games on the weekend. Cammie, we're going to talk a lot of water polo this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, we are. I'm looking forward to it.
So we are underway. We will take you all the way up through the championship match, which is tomorrow at 12:45 p.m. And the youth squad here, this is a difficult tournament for any team in that there is only one way forward. You've got to win here to get into the top four, and then from there into the final. So one loss, despite however well you may have played during the regular year, and that will end your championship hopes. Olympic Club, again, coming in at first place, but they were finding themselves against some big competition. The New York Athletic Club, USA University, the other teams near the top of the standings.
It's an early morning game, but as I was walking around the pool deck this morning, you could feel the competitive juices flowing.
Yeah, you did a nice job kind of chatting, getting down there, seeing the vibe. Those early morning games, you have to kind of manufacture your own energy, right?
Absolutely, but there's no lack of that this morning. These guys were ready to go. As they did their dry land warm-up, you could tell they were getting their minds right and their bodies right for this game. I
know, I think you were thinking Olympic Club, a little bit of an older squad here as Michael Scharf connects on the ordinary and then the outside shot. Scharf, the former Cal Bear, able to hit, and they'll go in front 1-0. But you were happy to see some of these veteran guys getting out there, going through the dry land, getting ready for this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we ask our bodies to do a lot in this sport, so to show up and just jump in without any type of dry land warm-up, that can hurt a little bit. So
Olympic Club off to the good start. 1-0, they lead. If you haven't been to this pool in a little while, a couple of touch-ups here. Not a full overhaul, but a new scoreboard. They've kind of reoriented the location of the course. Used to be more of a center pool setup, but now they've shifted everything towards the street end if you're coming down Bancroft here in Berkeley. Power play now for the youth squad. They try and draw even here. This squad led by Brett Ormsby, Olympian in his own right, coaching the team. Moulton moves it around the perimeter. Still on the advantage here for the moment. Good look inside, right in front, and they score it. Nicely done in close. Garrett Zahn able to hit right in front. Just good interior passing here, Cammie.
Absolutely. You got to see that, got to stay on your legs there as a post player, receiving that ball, then turning your body towards the cage, and a nice finish there. Got to be patient on those legs. What goes up must come down, so.
So we're even 1-1, Olympic Club and USA Youth opening moments here, starting off our National League Championship. And we expect the intensity to pick up as the weekend moves on. Teams here looking to advance to the semifinals, and then we'll get into our placement games tomorrow. Good look inside, a little work off the ball, and then the near side turned aside. Nice save there by Daniel Rowland, but we'll stay right here. Contra foul in transition. It's a beautiful move there from O Club working towards the cage. And we'll see the ball back out here at 2 meters. Luca Cupido goes over the top. Great look. This time they put it away.
There you go. First time you don't succeed, try again. Going for the drive over their top pass and a great finish.
So Colin Mulcahy working inside. And they essentially went right back to that same play as we get a second look, just switched the other side of the goal.
Catching it strong side is a little bit easier to have a little bit more control there and finish strong side.
Especially for the right-hander, able to put that one away. Mulcahy, another Cal Bear. This Olympic Club team loaded with NorCal guys, Cal Bear, graduates. Of course, there is a California Golden Bear team in the National League as well. That is more the current edition of the Cal Bears, minus a few players. Bad pass, and Mulcahy out in the lane, coming up with it now. And he'll put on the brakes and wait for some help. And just kidding, no he won't. He will turn and fire and score another. And Olympic Club quickly jumps up with another goal.
Definitely selling the look of wanting to pass that ball off. And
it's a savvy maneuver there, right? Kind of an old-time veteran move. Let the youngster think you're going to wait for reinforcements and then put it away.
It's so important for the goalie to stay engaged the whole time. You never know.
So Mulcahy with his second. Don't forget, live stats available of all matches via the Fosh.net. And we'll see an exclusion. The youth squad will get a power play try. Youth looking to draw back within this one. They trail by 2. Saved out. Drew Holland got a piece of that. Exclusion went on Mulcahy. He's coming back in, even strength now. Power play is over here for the youth team. Working inside, good defense. Steven Seary coming from behind to knock it away.
So important to capitalize on these man-up opportunities. It's not easy to draw ejections and get the opportunity to play man-up, and
especially when you're perhaps the underdog. As Reynolds breaks free, nasty fake, and hitting there, Paul Reynolds, one of the all-time leading scorers in National League history, finds the back of the net. And a 4-1 lead, more than halfway through the first quarter. Second look here at Reynolds. And they're just moving well without the ball.
Absolutely. You'll find the youth team is really mobile. They're doing a lot of drives, a lot of movement, but sometimes experience outweighs the fitness level of the young ones.
Bad pass there. And Reynolds steps into it, takes it away, and now a 2-on-1 emerging. Here's Mulcahy, has Reynolds. Deals it off, trouble. Reynolds, fake, score. Back-to-back goals. Paul Reynolds has another. And youth will call for timeout after they've seen this one get away from them. 5-1 now, the lead for the Olympic Club. And nothing tricky about it here for Oak Club. They're just making defensive stops and getting on the counter.
You'll find a lot of those turnovers are leading into those counterattacks and those quick inside moves. So protecting the ball there, good passes, making sure they're not leading to any of those turnovers.
There's Reynolds, former UCLA Bruin. He's played well with the Olympic Club in National League play. And there has to be a bit of an adjustment here for this youth team. You can remember, I think, your time coming up through the pipeline when you're playing against your peers, and then you get into those games where you're playing up against the folks that have that experience. I think the speed, the tempo of the game really changes.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, just even the size of the player and the strength that they have, and, you know, it can make it rather difficult to be out there and just play your game. You're kind of checking yourself as you're playing along, and you're like, oh, well, he's a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, a little bit bigger than I expected. So you're adjusting your game as you're trying to play.
Do you have a memory of that moment at all when you were kind of working your way up, maybe high school club, where you went up against someone who was big and you were like, whoa, this is a bit out of my league right now?
Yeah, I remember my first game that I played with the national team. I was 17 years old, and we were playing against Holland, and the game was moving so fast. And I thought, if I can just continue to breathe and keep moving my arms, I think quite possibly I'll make it through this game.
Just going back to the ultimate basics. If I can keep swimming, I will get out of this game alive.
I think I probably played a total of 2 minutes in that game, one possession each quarter, just enough to give the other center a moment to take a deep breath, and that was about it.
just pacing yourself in those early days.
Yep. Another turnover here.
Another turnover. So this is a problem here. These passes from the youth team, they're just not hitting the mark. We talk about passes on the water causing a problem, but these aren't getting to the intended recipient. Here's Cupido now. Cupido. Another Cal Bear working inside. Good deal out on the double. This will leave an open lane. Nice field block. Youth team coming over there, forcing the stop.
Great awareness by the center to kick it out. Feel where the crash is coming from, knowing that their teammate is stepping in there into that open water, looking for a quick shot.
That was Quinn Woodhead on the field block. Youth team in the white caps, Olympic Club in the dark. This is the 2018 National League Championship. If you're just joining us on Facebook and or YouTube, thanks for watching. Live stats available at thefosh.net. First quarter action here. Long outside try. That's off the bar and away. Holland lets that fly on the attempt from Tommy Gruwell. Outside try. Off the bar. A fight for it. And Michael Sharp able to get there first, keep that one alive for Olympic Club.
It's little efforts like that that can make a big difference in the game. Ball hits the post, hustle to get it, get another possession.
And now a little hustle here from the youth team forcing a turnover. And Daniel Rowland will take a look, get things set up here into the front court as we approach 2 minutes to play, first quarter. The exclusion. This will go against Grover. 6-on-5 here to the youth team. Looking to convert here. They squandered their last opportunity on the advantage. Couple of fakes. The lob inside, the redirect, and able to go past Holland. So that's how they scored their first goal. They do it again going inside to Quinn Woodhead. He connects.
Such great patience on that pass. A few fakes, up and over, good legs by the post player, solid finish. That's there all day if you have the patience to make it there.
So 5-2 the score now. Olympic Club had built a 4-goal lead. Youth trying to hang around. Winner here will advance and move on to our 2:15 p.m. game, which is essentially our semifinal, the first of two semifinals. Coming up next, if you've followed college water polo the last couple of years, you should really enjoy alumni versus the LA Athletic Club. A lot of familiar names from the college game over the last couple of years competing. The exclusion now. Corcoran breaks free, puts it home. Tommy Corcoran after the exclusion.
Tommy working hard and set, just putting in the effort, earned that exclusion. Quickly dropping his legs, receiving a quick pass. Nothing better than earning and then scoring after that, putting in that hard work.
Fellow USC guy, Tommy Corcoran, and someone who's gotten some experience playing internationally as well. And not a giant center, but a guy that would be aggressive, physical, move quick around the 2-meter area.
And his work ethic, constantly working hard, gain position, hold position.
Race for the ball and a takeaway. Scharf has it. A counter again developing here for Olympic Club. Youth will have the numbers to get back if they hustle. Peter Varales takes a look. He'll go inside. Quick shovel shot off the bar on the attempt there from Corcoran. Youth now on the drive here, Joseph Molina. Final moments, first quarter, about a 6-second differential, shot and game clock. Molina takes a look, timer to 3. Still faking, lets it fly, sails it high, 7 seconds left. Here's Holland as we run out of time in the first. He'll take a look with 4 on the clock. Fires it down, they'll get a chance here. Varales doesn't let it go in time, wouldn't have counted. And we've reached the end of the first quarter in this first match of the 2018 National League Championship. Olympic Club out in front, 6-2. We take a timeout and return. You watching live on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
National League Championship action. Thanks for joining us here from the Speaker Aquatics Complex in Berkeley, California. Good start for the Olympic Club. They lead the USA youth team 6-2. Balanced scoring here to start. Paul Reynolds, Colin Mulcahy with a couple. Now this is the championship tournament coming into the weekend. Olympic Club in first place at 5-1, but right behind them, New York Athletic Club and USA University, both 5-1. O Club, by the virtue of tiebreakers, getting the top seed coming in here. After that, Alumni and LA Athletic Club, we'll see them next. And then Cal and USA Collegiate rounding things out. Youth, their win-loss does not count towards the final standings as they did not compete in all the weekends of the National League. And their roster has shuffled a bit too. A lot of these athletes coming off of the ODP National Team Selection Camps in Orange County a couple of weeks ago. Now we're back to live action here. Second quarter.
O Club running a hard press.
How difficult is that to move through?
Definitely creates its challenges and forces turnovers, but going up against a hard press and you're working through some serious serious heat there.
Shot clock about to expire. Youth dumps it aside. Henry Wild gets rid of that one.
It's definitely a defense that can allow you to control the game.
Requires a certain level of fitness, though, to be able to do that for 4 quarters.
Absolutely.
And we'll see if they continue that as they work inside. Slipping free, but first an exclusion. Corcoran had worked past a couple of defenders. And they'll call a penalty, not an exclusion.
Great pass straight to the hand, was able to move right in with it.
Yeah, split the defender there with the pass, and Scharf will come on now to look for his second goal. And to put O Club up 7-2. Oh, unable to hit. Nicely done by Roland. So Scharf setting up for perhaps 7-2 advantage, but not the case. And Roland getting a piece of that, ranging right.
Five-meter goalie block, if that doesn't pump your team up, I don't know what does.
Yeah, it's a great way to build some momentum. working inside, and so much for that. The defense that we've talked about from this O Club team, forcing the shot clock violation. Now Reynolds breaking free. Goalkeeper comes out. He draws a crowd. Wave off the goal. An exclusion first. And then a timeout called by the Olympic Club. So an exclusion going against number 16 on the youth, Nikola Illich. And a power play coming, but first a timeout. Paul Reynolds just seems to have endless energy. Working on the goalkeeper and a couple of defenders as well. Still managed to put that ball away. Does not count. In the meantime, live stats available at thefosh.net. Also, you can join the conversation, especially on our Facebook.com stream. Live comments here. We've got lots of folks chiming in, watching. Feel free to give a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. Is there a club team or a college squad or some other group that you're representing in the water polo world? Let us know. We've got some youth fans watching here thus far. And more games to come. Hope you don't get tired of me and Cammie, because we're going to be talking to you for quite a bit this weekend. We've got alumni and the LA Athletic Club coming up next. Then the New York Athletic Club taking on USA Collegiate. And we'll close out our morning session, so to speak, with USA University taking on the home team here, the Cal Golden Bear squad. And then we get into our semifinals after that. So a lot on the way here from the National League Championship. Out of the timeout, Olympic Club back to it. Cupido, good passing, backhand off the head. Mulcahy tried to go a little helicopter there, and a field block inadvertently, but welcomed for the youth.
We'll take it. Count it.
It all counts the same. Double team here and a near turnover. Ordinary. Good look inside, and that'll be a penalty. Firing that pass inside. Looking to set things up for Alikaneon, and draws the 5-meter opportunity.
That's the last place you want to be as a defender, on the back of an offensive player right in front of the cage. Great vision. Put the ball anywhere near them. Most likely you're going to get that call.
Moulton now steps up for the 5-meter, and youth squad can use this. And they get it. Left-hander rips it. Lots of folks chiming in. We've got the Davis Masters Water Polo Club joining us. Shay from Oahu, Hawaii. Shay, you're winning in life right now, hanging out in Hawaii.
Aloha.
Lure at the Cal Cup Finals in Irvine. Russell from Enterprise, Alabama. Excellent. Played in San Diego 20 years ago. Thanks for joining us from Alabama. Roll Tide, perhaps? We don't know. We don't want to say what your allegiance is to college football, but in the meantime, it's a 6-3 game here. Olympic Club in front. Quick try on the exclusion. Wastes no time. Paul Reynolds has another. Marin Ballerin drawing that 6-on-5. And then Reynolds adds another. So much play at 2 meters. You must be loving this game right now. There's a lot of center-focused action right now.
Definitely. The centers are doing a great job setting themselves up for those great angles, and their teammates, they got great vision. They're just feeding them over and over again. Really fluid transitions, which makes it easy to, earn those calls. Again, pressing, help, off to the races once again.
Yeah, picking the pocket here. Mulcahy on the move. Waiting for some help. He's got Jackson Kimball filling a lane. Kimball scoring. And Olympic Club, they can score in bunches. Adding a couple of quick ones. 8-3 the lead for the Olympic Club. We're here live in Berkeley, California at the Speaker Aquatics Complex.
I was speaking with Tommy Corcoran a little bit earlier before the game, and he was saying they get anywhere from 2 to 4 nights a week together training, and that's apparent. These guys' connection, you can see how they're working well together and playing fluidly.
Yeah, you can tell, especially in water polo, it's one of those sports where if you don't work as a group together, you'll be exposed pretty quickly. Even if you have a bunch of talented individual players, if you haven't had the time to work on the passing and everything else, it's going to be evident in the game.
Absolutely. Connection's everything with teammates, and putting in the time to learn what they're looking for. And
Inside, a double team.
not today.
Nope. Drew Holland comes up with it. Cupido pushing ahead. In front, big stop, Roland. Big denial. Turning aside that attempt in close from Mulcahy.
Pass came just a little late, making it hard when you're right up against the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Gave the goalie every opportunity there to step up and come up with the block. And now a contra foul. And so youth, and this is probably a byproduct of the press, right? You're feeling this pressure. Now you're going to try and get a little aggressive to create some room, and they force the turnover. Cupido missed the recent tournament with Team USA in New Zealand. Death in his family, had to head back to Italy. Condolences to him and the Cupido family. And Team USA able to succeed, going undefeated in Auckland. And a laser from the outside. Jack Grover drills it from deep. Beautiful shot here from outside. Defensively there, not much in the way to try and dissuade him from firing.
Again, I don't want to be too excited about the centers here, you know, biased. The centers are doing a great job pulling that defense back and creating that space for outside players to step in and find those lanes and find the back of the cage.
Right, I mean, and that's part of your job, right? So we've seen it here.
That's the whole job, Greg.
They generate all these opportunities in at 2 meters, so now they have to guard against that. It opens up shooting lanes outside, right?
Yep, that's it.
On the other end, back into 2 meters. And an exclusion there. Youth squad on the advantage, trailing 9-3. Moulton, he's knocked down. Comes near side now. They've been effective looking inside on the lob pass in close. That was deflected away. Side's coming even now. Advantage is over. They try and go near side on the attempt. That's over the cage, out of play. And worth noting, the youth team, as their name would suggest, the youngest group that will compete here in the National League. This is high school age talent here going up against guys that in some cases played in the Olympics, high-level college water polo, and older groups. So very much a development opportunity here for this youth team. This is going to make them better as a group as they try and advance through the pipeline.
Such a great experience and building confidence and knowing that they've came up against players who have played internationally or played at the collegiate level.
Exclusion here against the youth, the power play. Morales off the mark there, going across the way. And Scharf will track it down. Good look from the outside. Skip dies shy of the goal on the attempt by Siri, up out of play. And the power play is over. Yeah, to be able to go home after a weekend like this and say, I played against this person, that person, and learn a little something has got to be huge.
Definitely, and just the repetition in game. I mean, these guys are playing 2 games today and 1 tomorrow. I can't remember the last time I had to play multiple games in one day, and just not only physically what that does to your body, but mentally having to pump yourself up and get yourself mentally prepared and shifting gears with different teams and different styles of play. It can be a challenge.
Morales moving in. Thinking about it, lets it fly from deep. And the Olympic silver medalist from Beijing hits the outside corner from distance.
Not a player you want to leave with a lot of time to put in a few fakes.
Yeah, he had plenty of time. Felt that defender coming on from his blind side. And able to hit. And now changes here on both sides with 1:30 to play in the first half. A few more folks checking in. Let's see who else we have here on the mix. Laverne, California, joining us. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Victor asking the question, how old are these players? Well, the Olympic Club definitely a bit older, in their 20s and up. Youth squad, that late teenage group, high school age. Kevin from Texas joins us. Mike from Greece, excellent, former Long Beach Millikan high school player. Ed from Des Moines, Iowa, excellent.
Greeks, I think you say hello, Yassas.
Well, you would know. You spent some time over there.
Played for Olympiacos in 2013.
Got to pull up your bio somewhere online here, find out exactly when you were there. Under a minute left. First half, 10-3 Olympic Club. They have been in control for the majority of this one. Corcoran lost the handle, spinning inside. Moulton coming over with the steal.
Great live entry pass straight to the hand. Should have brought a suit.
You're ready to be out there. We may see Cammie suiting up here later on today. She might try and get back in the mix. Meanwhile, Youth firing. Holland there with the left hand. Stanford Cardinal knocks that one away. Holland, part of that Team USA contingent in Auckland, New Zealand, winning gold at the FINA Intercontinental Tournament. Also played a couple of games with Australia on the Sunshine Coast. It was a brutal trip to have to go to the Sunshine Coast during the summertime in Australia, then on to Auckland. In the meantime, we see a timeout.
Not a bad place to be.
Right?
I also played a short time in Perth, Australia for the Perth Torpedoes.
It's a great name, the Torpedoes.
Yeah. It was a good time. And, you know, Australia's a lot like California. It's just a little bit of a longer flight over there, you know?
Sure, sure. They drive on the other side of the road, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that gets a little weird.
10-3 Olympic Club leads. Tammy from the Canary Islands, another awful place to be. Thanks for watching. Sarcasm there implied. Jose from Juarez, Mexico. Jamie from Tillamook, Oregon. Very cool to have so many people watching the water polo fun this morning. A lot of games on the way.
I'll be in Tillamook, Oregon, beginning of May for Camps for Champs.
Oh, very cool.
Be there and hanging out with the Oregon crew. Excited to be working with some of the young female athletes there.
Yeah, there was just the Bend Waves Water Polo Club just held their first ever tournament a couple weeks back, the Bend Water Polo Challenge in Central Oregon. Very cool to see that club growing and seeing more water polo in Oregon. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us here. This one still far from over, but Olympic Club in great shape as we close in on halftime. Out of the timeout now, the youth squad looking to make a move. To Sam Untrecht. He'll go to Moulton.
Lots of movement here.
They go inside. Running out of time. They'll draw the exclusion with just 5 seconds left in the half. 3 seconds left. Lots of fakes. 2 lets it fly. Bar down and in. That's a beauty from deep. Nicely done. Sam Untrecht. A rope. Bar down at the horn. And a nice little boost there for the youth squad to get one back as we come to halftime. So 10-4, Olympic Club in front. Youth firing the last goal, but still trailed by 6. We're at the break. We're back with more. You're watching the National League Championship right here live from Berkeley, California on USA Water Polo TV. Stay with us. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
Right through the night. Low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the pop, the papa said, only the lonely, low, I said the bees in the
Beautiful views there of Berkeley, California, and the campus here, University of California at Berkeley. Cammie Craig and Greg Meskel here with you from the Speaker Aquatics Complex. Second half underway, Olympic Club and the USA Youth National Team, and Olympic Club ahead 10-4. It's the first game of the National League Championship tourney. Again, thanks to all of our viewers for checking in. A few more shout-outs here. We've got Violet from Tacoma, Washington, and Larry from Aspen, Colorado. He played for Olympic Club back in 1967. Larry, good to have you. Everyone else joining us here on our live broadcast. And we see a goal out of the gate here. And we've got changes to in goal, by the way. So each team going to their second goalies. Lazar Andrich for the Olympic Club and Kent Emden for the USA Youth Group. So 11-4 now, the lead for the Olympic Club. They come right out with a score, and now looking to make moves again. Andrich, who starred in this very pool for the Cal Bears, helping them to a national title. He throws it away after he passed it up pool. And now Emden will take a look. Emden pushing ahead. Woodhead.
Good look. Defense got a piece of it.
When you find yourself in a game like this, and you were fortunate not to be all that often down 11-4 during your career, how do you stay engaged and motivated to keep working, even if it seems like victory might have gotten away from you?
I mean, there's still a ton of time left in this game, so you know, there's never a time in the game where you think, oh, we may not win. I mean, until the buzzer rings, you continue to work and you continue to get the score up.
And right at the horn, it's Michael Scharf working his way through as the shot clock was winding down. He adds another second look here, just holding position. Got inside between the defender and able to put that one away. Another for Scharf. (12-4) the lead for Olympic Club. 90 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Ordinary called there as Youth tries to work on the perimeter. Heavy pressure here again, now working for 2 meters. Located at about 4 meters, give or take. They'll try and go back inside, looking for Zahn. Double team, breaks free.
There we go.
Garrett Zahn, okay.
Working hard for that. Youth team running a double post, working for that isolation one into the center there. Double teamed, but found his way around open lane and finish. That's a lot of work. You can see him subbing out now, breathing heavily. I feel you, man. Been there.
Able to step off a couple of defenders and hit that shot. So 12-5 the lead for Olympic Club. There's an easy exclusion call. Moulton around the neck. Trying to slow down Cupido. 6-on-5 here for O Club. Moulton goes off. Here's Grover. Cupido lets it fly off the bar and away. And Youth able to hold off the power play.
We talked about press defense and needing to have the fitness level to run it. I mean, it's all about legs and finesse and keeping your hands up out of the water and not hanging on that player. It's tough when it starts to get physical, and you'll find those kind of perimeter ejections happening.
Shot clock winding down here. Dangerous pass inside. Cupido steps in front. You bring up a good point. There's that dance you do trying to find the level of physicality that'll be allowed. We see another call here. This is a penalty. As Mulcahy was wheeling inside, working against a couple of defenders, and now a 5-meter shot coming.
It only takes a small advantage to get that inside water. And again, like you said, it's a balance, right? And it's a game of inches, water polo, and you give them the smallest window, we'll make a move there.
Grover for the 5-meter now. Stopped by Emden. Jack Grover. So there's one area where the youth squad has had the advantage, and it's blocking 5-meter attempts. Rolling in the first half. Emden here turning aside the attempt by Grover. Pressure here again. Entry in, double team. And Olympic Club takes control. On the other end now, O Club looking to move. Siri pushes it ahead. Cupido deals near side, Mulcahy. Couple of Cal Bears working together. Siri takes a look. Now he goes inside. A little too much on that entry. And the takeaway.
Skimmed away just enough that he couldn't get a hand on it. I don't know if you've made an adjustment in their game, but it really looks like they're getting the ball down deep there to one and trying to work that isolation with their center. Getting more looks and putting the ball in the set for them, which is great.
Shot clock winding down.
Right
a
on the
near
line.
goal. So close from Moulton. Bar down, but did not cross all the way in.
Good look.
You're talking about the advantages, and for the youth, time and again, they're going to have those opportunities to put a pass into center, just given all that pressure.
It.
Ball turns over there. Now youth looking to counter. Youth on the attack. Untricked. Woodhead gives a look. Moving in, faking. Field blocked, out of play. Took a little something off of that. Andrich giving instructions. They'll push ahead. Siri moving in unguarded for the moment. Under 3 to play, third quarter. Going across the way. Lots of contact. Now they shovel inside. Trouble here and a penalty. Ballerin was set up in close. And again, center getting great position.
I mean, it just really creates options. You can feed your center like that, and center doing a good job kicking the ball out, drawing exclusions. It's a tough game to play.
This time they score the 5-meter. Mulcahy puts it home. So Olympic Club, that was the one area they were struggling in, and this time Mulcahy does not miss. Goes underneath the arm of Emden. Live stats available of this match and all matches this weekend on thefosh.net. Check that out. Take a look at how these teams have done so far. Olympic Club now 1 for 3 on penalty tries, 3 for 6 on the advantage. Youth 3 for 5 on the advantage, and 1 for 1 on their lone penalty shot try. Foul on the outside. Cooper Haddad controlling. Now they come near side. Shot clock to 5. Running out of time. Easy stop there for Andrich on the attempt for Milic. Under 2 to play, third quarter. You touched on the Olympic Club's defense as they go right inside here, and we'll draw another exclusion. What is Youth trying to do defensively?
A little bit behind the ball in regards to getting that press right away, and so they're getting stuck wanting to press out hard, but not being able to put that pressure on as quickly as necessary, and so the ball's flying pretty quickly around, and they're finding their centers and being able to feed them, leading into the ejections or the goals out of set, or opportunities that arise through that. So I think they're kind of getting stuck in between, which makes a difficult game to play when you're not quite all the way back covering the center and you're not quite pressing super hard on the outside.
Sure.
So if you get in that middle ground, it's tough.
Look at one of our officials there, Scott Volz, Levon Dermengian the other in this first game of the National League Championship. We're back at it at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Alumni versus LA Athletic Club. A couple of the recent grads in the water polo world will be competing in that one for both of those teams. Out of the timeout, Olympic Club back on the advantage. Morales gives a look, has a goal already, comes near side. Reynolds quickly, Cupido. Great passing. Morales is there. Shoveled out, rebound. Reynolds almost found a home right in front of the goal. Great defense there from Youth. That was Emden preventing the score. Inside, again position, and again an exclusion. So extended offense here for the Olympic Club. Reynolds wants that shot, not available.
Again, those connections. All it was a quick eyebrow raise, and the ball was in his hand.
Right in front. That time they don't miss. Mulcahy punches it home in close after the exclusion. That one went against Henry Wild. And so Olympic Club adds another. And the eyebrow raise, right? That just speaks to kind of the continuity of these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, when it's something that subtle, defended having someone hanging on you, but you have the space to get it off really quick, and placement and the kind of shot that he wants to get off, the pass was perfect for it.
The youth team trailing now 14-5. Final minute here of the third.
And that's what makes water polo fun, when you're getting to those places where you're making those connections and you're understanding what your teammate wants while they're thinking it, and you're meeting them while they're playing versus, waiting for them to make the move and then giving them the pass. It becomes really fluid and you get in a flow, and it's too much fun.
Cupido. Here's Grover now, shot clock to 8. Grover lets it go. Emden is there. Dangerous pass there from Emden. Put it right back in front of the goal. But Youth will hang on. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds left. Third quarter. And USA Youth will call for time. Their head coach, Brett Ormersby, give a chance to talk things over with his group. Brian Alexander, Brian Flax leading the Olympic Club group this weekend. Again, thanks to everyone for tuning in on our Facebook and YouTube streams. We've got Dave checking in from Belgium. That's great. So many different areas around the country, around the world, people watching these games. So 14-5 Olympic Club leading over Youth. Just a few seconds left here in the third quarter. And this now at a point here where Olympic Club has got to feel pretty confident moving on. Youth facing a pretty large deficit here. But as we talked about, so much the focus of this youth group is development. So they can use this game, use the next two to really kind of get their game improved moving forward.
And that's what it's all about for them, is just repetition and the opportunity to play together so that they can start creating their own connections and learning each other as teammates and getting to that level where they are just raising their eyebrows and getting the passes that they want, or working fluidly together on defense. So
out of the timeout, here's Youth looking to work fluidly on this final play of the third quarter. Heavy foul there on the perimeter, 3 on the clock. This will give Moulton a chance to let it fly. He does, and a rocket into the back of the cage. So ordinary foul, and Ash Moulton takes advantage, hitting that one, 14-6. Second look here.
Internationally, I think that would be called off. There wasn't enough space after the foul was drawn for the player to take that shot. So kind of held my breath there for a second, like, oops, you're a little too close, but maybe with where the clock's at.
Yeah, it'll count here. You're right, they didn't back off as much as perhaps needed. Regardless, Moulton and the youth squad will take it. 3 quarters complete, 14-6 Olympic Club. We will step aside and return with the fourth right after this. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Fourth quarter underway here in Berkeley. Olympic Club on their way to the semifinals here at the National League Championship with a 14-6 lead over USA Youth. Coming up next, Alumni takes on LA Athletic Club. LA Athletic Club. Clayton Snyder, seeing him yesterday before the game, and said they not at full strength this weekend, so could be a tough go for them as Varales breaks off the defense and puts that one away to make it 15-6.
They've done a great job capitalizing on those drives and using the center as a pick, getting open in front of the cage there.
And that's wide open. That's really one on goalie right there. Ordinary called. Moulton had the last goal here for the youth squad. He'll take a look.
Youth, by running this double post, is getting Olympic back into a drop, so they're finding a little bit more opportunity rather than having to face that hard press that they were going up against in the first quarter.
Off the ordinary, Moulton goes the other way, cross cage. He can shoot it.
Drawing those fouls from the outside, legging up and just ripping them.
And you talked about the adjustment here. This is part of it. It's helped create a little bit of some breathing room here on the perimeter.
That's right.
Right back at it, Olympic Club, wasting no time. Like hot potato. Paul Reynolds can't get rid of that one fast enough into the back of the goal.
I mean, his speed, it creates the time for him to fumble the ball, pick it up again, and then get it into the back of the cage.
Yeah, a little bobble there, but he's so far ahead, he's already got a couple of strokes on his defender.
Yeah.
(16-7) the lead. Again, that pass almost short of the target. Just an ordinary called. And you'd suspect as the weekend goes on, Olympic Club, I don't think will stay in this heavy press against every team they come across. But knowing that it would work well against this group, we've seen it for 4 quarters.
Right.
Ball a bit high there for Cupido to hang on. Now he'll move in and take a look. Cupido from the outside. Emden is there, ranging left.
These longer shots from the outside, the goalie has had great success of stopping. It's those drives and the inside water moves that are more difficult. I say that, and here we have a nice, great long shot from the outside, skipping in.
Luca Cupido hearing your thoughts and firing from deep anyway, and now a 10-goal lead.
I will show you otherwise, Cammie.
With 5:56 to play here in the fourth. An update here on our live stats via the Foch Olympic Club, shooting it at 51% from the outside, hitting on 17 of 33 shots. They have gone 4 for 8 on the advantage. And that one oddity, just 1 for 3 on the penalty try. And Youth not shooting it terribly from a percentage standpoint, 47%, but they've gotten only 15 attempts. And you see why O Club getting all the opportunities. They get out and swim in a hurry, and Mulcahy on the counter adds the 18th goal.
When facing a hard press and having the turnovers that Olympic Club has created, there's a bit of tentativeness that comes with the offense, right? So, okay, be patient with the ball, be patient with the ball. We don't want to feed the counter continuously. So it's a hard defense to break.
It's got to add some pressure, to your point, is now trying to work here in a double team, and too much head down there from Gabe Supolo, allowing defenders to come over. But if you're so worried now about this counter, right, now you're thinking, well, whatever I do, it's got to be good, because all I'm going to do is, not only will I make a mistake on this end, I might allow a goal.
Right.
That'll mess with your head a little bit.
It can.
Under 5 to play in the fourth. Shot clock to 3. Bouncing ball in at 2 meters. And right as the shot clock expires, we'll stay right here. It's a power play called. An exclusion on Youth. Reynolds near side. Knocked away off the post.
Small lane there, trying to sneak it in. You see his body lean a little to the left to find that sliver. Couldn't quite sneak it in.
Sides coming even now. Power play is over. Emden turns that one away. Third crack at it here for Olympic Club. Mulcahy.
This can be a long haul for a center. A full possession leaded to an exclusion, back into another full possession. Talking a minute of working and set there.
Yeah, that's tough stuff. Morales now, shot clock to 6. And the officials have mercy on the Youth defense, turn this one over. They were going on a minute plus here of defense. Under 4 to play now in the fourth. And for Oak Club, you know, if they look back at things they would have liked to have done better, of course, the penalty tries, but then there, if you're going to be on offense for over a minute, you'd want to get a goal out of that. Tierney. Pressure there. Shot clock to 7. Inside, step out, and Andrich there on the attempt to Supolo. On the other end, the save, Emden. And they've gone to that well quite a bit with a long cross pass and then trying to score near side.
Yes. Fatigue setting in a little bit here.
Tierney now pushing the ball ahead. Ordinary called. Reynolds skying for that steal. Picks that out of the sky, and Olympic Club will see a lifetime sub. You talk about the fatigue.
A little help from our friends here.
Morales out, Colin Hennessy on. Shot clock to 2. Inside, the backhand, tipped away by Emden.
Not a lot of space in there.
And Olympic Club froze there for a moment. They could have fought for that rebound on the shot attempt. But it will go to the youth squad with 2:13 to play. Lob attempt, Andrich with the right hand. Now the long counter. Reynolds catches it on the hand. Tries to spin off a double. Right in front, wide open. Save Emden. Turning aside, Siri. Olympic Club keeps it on the regular strength here. Inside. And they'll wave that one off. Ball turns over. So Youth will have it back with 90 seconds left, and they'll call for time. An 18-7 lead for the Olympic Club. Coming up here shortly, Alumni takes on LA Athletic Club. So stick with us for that. We'll be launching a new stream for each game, so you'll have to log on to the next one. This won't carry over. Watching here and or on YouTube, same situation. Live stats available at thefosh.net. And so Olympic Club, Cami, really the tone they set here was one of dominance on the counterattack and then in at 2 meters, and that really led the way. And defensively, of course.
It starts with defense. That's how the tone was set completely. It's a defense that leads into the counterattack, and their centers and the first line doing a great job getting down to 2 meters and creating those opportunities to feed the center early in transition. End up playing a little bit of a catch-up game on the other end there for the youth.
Final moments here. Coming out of the timeout. Youth here looking to put them together in one of their final possessions. Inside they go. And they'll draw an exclusion. Molina working hard in at 2 meters. Draws the exclusion on Jacob Murphy. Now working along 2 meters. A minute to play in the fourth. Looking inside, quadruple team and tipped away. Olympic Club was waiting for that entry pass inside, and they were there.
May have been a little bit of a forced pass, but that outside needs to be the eyes for the post player. If he knows there's 3 guys behind him, probably shouldn't be feeding him that ball.
Even if that's the play, if there are 4 people waiting, don't put that ball in.
Simple game.
Shot clock. Spinning backhand is field blocked away. A little fun there from Grover. Timer's off now, just 14 seconds left here in this one. From the outside, Andrich the stop, and that should do it. He'll hang on to this one. Now he'll pop it up high, won't reach the goal, and that's the game. Olympic Club moving on. They win it 18-7 over USA Youth, so they are into our first semifinal coming up at 2:15 p.m. Pacific time. More action to come. Alumni takes on LA Athletic Club in just about 5 minutes, so come on back and join us for that one. Cami Craig and Greg Messel coming right back with you here from Berkeley, California.